afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be talking about discovering and characterizing phenotypic presentations in pediatric long COVID. I don't have any conflicts of interest to declare. We had 193 children and adolescents from the Mid-Atlantic Pediatric Post-COVID-19 Clinic. We're at the Kennedy Krieger Institute in Baltimore, Maryland. Eligibility criteria were being 21 or less years of age at the initial visit, with a confirmed or suspected SARS-CoV-2 infection, symptoms persisting for at least 3 months, and we had a clinician diagnosis confirm. We performed K-means clustering with K ranging from 1 to 9 using the stats package in R and the K-means function. And we found that a 5-class solution was the best solution. So 5 clusters emerged. Cluster 1 was thought of as an ME/CFS systemic cluster, which showed widespread multi-system symptoms. Cluster 2 was a mental health cluster, low overall burden compared to the other classes, primarily with fatigue, headache, concentration problems. Cluster 3, ME/CFS cognitive cluster, had severe fatigue and cognitive difficulties with mood, sleep, and GI complaints. Cluster 4 was a fatigue and pain cluster, featuring fatigue with pain, chest symptoms, and sleep disturbance. And the last cluster was a POTS orthostatic intolerance cluster, which showed fatigue with autonomic and cardiopulmonary features. And you can see that heat map showing those visually on the right side of your screen. In terms of how they corresponded with patient-reported outcomes, we looked at the generic quality of life PEDS QL score at 2 time points. We found that the systemic and POTS OI clusters were the most impaired, with minimal improvement at follow-up. Comparatively, the mental health cluster and the fatigue pain cluster had the highest functioning, and the cognitive cluster showed intermediate impairment plus gains. We are poster number 17, and we look forward to discussing this more with you. Thank you.
Awesome.